Hi guys, give me a few seconds. I'm gonna do the audio thingy on my laptop and then we can get started, okay? Hold on, and I'm ready. Are you? Let's get into it. What's up everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel / my podcast. I am the marketing nomad. My name is Prithvi Madhukar. I am the author of 0 to 4 Figures and Self-Loved. I'm also a digital entrepreneur and a business owner. A few of the roles that I do take on: I'm a YouTuber, podcaster, Etsy shop owner, and Skillshare teacher. All of the links are in the description box below if you would like to check it out. Welcome to episode 178 of Ask TMN, where we're going to be looking into how to think like an entrepreneur, and I've got 7 different tips just for you today. Now, if you're new here and you're wondering, well, what's this Ask TMN thing that you just spoke about? So basically, Ask TMN is a series that I started where I answer questions that solopreneurs may have about marketing, business, as well as mindset. Now, if that sounds like something you're interested in, definitely do hit that subscribe button for my channel because I release videos almost every other day in a given week. Other than that, if you really like this video, definitely do give me a thumbs up. That really helps me help more solopreneurs with their journey as well. Each like, each comment really helps a small channel like mine. Alrighty guys, without further ado, let's get into the 7 different thinking shifts that I do have for you. And to be very honest with you, I am very excited about this episode because these are from my own journey. These are realizations that I've had in the past 4 years of being an entrepreneur. Slowly, one by one, each of these thinking shifts have come into my life. And frankly, I believe that the entrepreneurial journey cannot be successful without these 7 basic thinking shifts that every person must have if they choose to become an entrepreneur. All right, so let's get into the first one. The first one is you've got to be self-motivated and extremely self-aware. It is a part of the entrepreneurial journey. I mean, you are doing this on your own. There needs to be ridiculous amounts of self-motivation that come through. You cannot rely on someone else to make you get up in the morning at a particular time, for you to do the work that you're supposed to do, for you to take care of yourself, for you to manage, balance your work life and your personal life. There is no one coming to tell you what to do because, well, that's the point of being an entrepreneur, right? It's just you. You are the only person who can make yourself do whatever it is that you have to do. And so, especially on this journey, one thing that I've realized is self-motivation is incredibly important. You need to build that self-motivation. And of course, yes, your passion does fuel into it. But at the same time, given that this journey is filled with ups and downs and there are risks that you've put in taking on this journey, given all of that, there will be slight dips in your motivation every now and then. And so for me, the way that I see it is you've got to constantly keep pushing it back up. It's okay if it goes low every now and then, but it is your responsibility to keep pushing it back up so that you can do whatever it is that you wish to do on this entrepreneurial journey. The second part of this would be the self-awareness. I have yet to meet an entrepreneur or a business owner or a solopreneur who doesn't have high levels of self-awareness, because this journey just makes you that self-aware. And without self-awareness, it is impossible to take step 2 on this journey. The reason for that is everything depends on you. Your entire business is built on who you are as a person. And so once you understand that connection, that whoever you are is a direct correlation to how your business is going to do, that it is a very important factor in how your business is going to sustain or grow, that's when you understand self-awareness is absolutely key on this journey. Every single entrepreneur, solopreneur, business owner out there knows this. All right. So if you want to think like an entrepreneur, then you've got to get into the habit of being self-aware, of making yourself constantly motivated. It's okay if it dips sometimes, but the responsibility is on you to push it back up. All right. So the first point that I did have for you was self-motivation and self-awareness. And as an extension of self-awareness, I would say that the entire entrepreneurial journey is just about learning and learning and learning. And you've got to be comfortable with that as well. All right. Whether it's learning new things about your industry, learning new things about your audience, learning new things about yourself as well. All of that. It comes part of it, and there is this weird need in us, to constantly improve ourselves, and that to me is what thinking like an entrepreneur is. All right, so that's the first one for you. Number 2 is you have to be customer-centric. I always say this, and I've said this in multiple videos of mine previously. Entrepreneurship is fundamentally about making a difference to the people around you. That's it. That is my definition of entrepreneurship. It is not about you. Yes, you may have personal goals. Yes, you may have certain goals for your own life that you wish to achieve through this entrepreneurial journey. But entrepreneurship, the fundamental thought process of you getting into this journey is because there is this innate feeling in you to make a difference to the people around you. So the entrepreneurship journey is actually all about your clients, your customers, making a difference to the people around you. So I guess that would be a big mindset shift when it comes, when you are leading a non-entrepreneurial journey, I guess I would say, because the minute you become an entrepreneur, it's no more about you. It's no more about you. I show up today because I know there are people who are depending on me. I know there are people who are looking for marketing, mindset, and business videos who are so, they might be a bit lost on their journey, or they might need a little bit of help. And I'm right here standing in front of you in this camera, and I do this almost every other day. And the reason why I show up is because I know this is not about me. This is about me showing up for you, for people like you, to help other people. It's about making a difference, all right? So that is a very fundamental mindset shift. And, to people who are aspiring to be entrepreneurs, I just ask them this question, why are you doing this? And you got to have a very, very strong why behind what you are doing. And if that why is about you, you're not going to sustain very long on this journey. And the reason is there are that many lows, and the outside world is very, very lucrative, especially when you are in those lows. But if you have a why or a reason that is beyond you, that is about helping people, making a difference to the other people, I believe that you can actually motivate yourself a lot better during those low moments, all right? So it's not about you, entrepreneurship, and I'm going to read this again because it's very, very important. Entrepreneurship is fundamentally about making a difference to the people around you. And unless you have that thought in your mind, I don't see the entrepreneurial journey working out, or I don't see you being happy with the way the entrepreneurial journey is going to turn out, because reality is a lot different from what you hear. Those overnight successes and stuff like that. You have to understand that it took years and years for just that one night of, overnight success. So it's tough. This journey is tough. And when you have a reason that is beyond yourself, it helps you sustain on this journey a lot longer. Okay, so it's about the decisions that you make, the relationships that you build. It's not about you. It has to be focused on your customers, on making a difference to the people around you. So that is point number 2 for you. Point number 3 is you have to view challenges as opportunities to grow. I mean, this is basic growth mindset, but it is very, very important, because at every given step, and you are going to be, honestly, I will tell you this, okay? And you are going to remember me when you enter the journey, and at every single turn or corner or even step, you're just going to be faced with blocks, with challenges. Something is going to blow up. You've got to put out flames in another corner, and you are going to remember me, and you're going to laugh, and you're going to say, oh yeah, Prithvi actually did remind me of this. She did warn me about this. I mean, I'm not trying to scare you, but it is the reality of the journey, and I don't sugarcoat it. And I wish more people talked about it. And so the thing is, if the entire journey is filled with so many challenges, I believe that to be in, a top emotional, mental, and physical wellness, I guess I would say, like to be in your peak wellness and to make sure that you are taking care of your emotional, mental, and physical well-being, it's important to look at these challenges as opportunities. Because if you look at these challenges as a way to get you down or a way to life getting back at you, or I've thought of this during the first 6 months of my entrepreneurial journey as well, but it took me a lot of time to understand that thought process was actually harming me. But instead, if I saw each of these challenges as an opportunity for me to grow as a person, for my business to grow, for me to learn new things, to understand different parts of me, unlock different parts of me and my business that have not been, looked upon, or kind of tap into that potential that I didn't know existed before. Yeah, it makes you a lot more calmer when you are viewing challenges, because now when you see challenges, you think in your mind, all right, I know you're there, challenge, but I know you are there to help me. So let's figure out what it is that I have to learn so that I can overcome you. All right, so it just puts you in a lot more calmer state to make better decisions for yourself. All right, so that is number 3 for you. Number 4 is, okay, I don't mean to scare you, but this is the reality. At every given point, you are going to have failures or things not working out for you. I personally don't really like the word failure. For me, failures are just pivoting points, and that is how you think like an entrepreneur. Because at every given point, you are going to be facing a block, and you are going to be facing more lows than highs. I am not kidding, because that is just the reality of the journey. But when you look at these points where you failed or you've not been successful, you look at them as pivoting points. Trust me, it makes you feel a lot more better, and you are building on that motivation to keep going on. I gotta tell you, my first 6 launches for my products, I barely got 2 people to sign on, and finally on my 7th one I ran just, of course I'd done consistent work all through those 6, and I learned from each of those I guess I wouldn't say failures, but I was at a lower follower count at that time, so I didn't have the reach that I do now. At that point, I think I was at 300 or 350 followers on Instagram. I didn't even have my YouTube channel at that point, or it was barely even live. And so for the 6, I barely had 2 or 3 sales for 6 whole launches over the span of 2 years. And I did have 3 or 4 people who were interested, but they never went forward with me. But for my 7th launch, I didn't give up. I kept learning from my lessons from each launch that I did. And then my 7th launch, which was in my 3rd year, I had 40 people sign up. And I was only at 900 followers on Instagram at the time. And that was like a massive success. So the thing is, you are going to be facing lows, a lot of lows. There are going to be moments where you are not going to be successful. It's just the reality of it. But when you look at each of these points as, all right, what's the lesson here? I'm going to learn from that. Or it's just a pivoting point. This failure is just a pivoting point. This is not working. Let me try something else. Let me figure out another strategy. I'm going to get myself out of this. When you have that mindset, that thought process, that means you are an entrepreneur. All right, so that is number 4 for you. Number 5 is you've got to be adaptable. The market conditions are so volatile. Your business is also going to be, the factors surrounding your business are also going to be pretty volatile, and the strategies that you implement, the decisions that you make, so on and so forth. You've got to be adaptable. You've got to keep watching out for what is changing around you. And the reason for that is the people who believe that they have to stay stagnant, they get wiped out of this entrepreneurial journey. Entrepreneurship is not a straight road. It is like a river that just flows through. And if you watch the river, it's going to flow over a rock sometimes. It's going to flow around a rock sometimes. Sometimes it's going to break down the rock and just push forward. There are so many different ways to go. There is no one route. And so understanding this is probably the most important part of your journey, because you've got to be adaptable, you've got to be flexible, and more importantly, you've got to know when to pivot. You've got to know when to hop on to the next strategy or change your direction, because if you are adamant that you are just going to stick on one path, most likely you are going to be wiped out, because part of that journey is understanding these little things and moving with the time, all right? With the external circumstances, with what's happening in your business, with what's happening in your personal life as well. Because remember, part of you factor into your business as well, right? So understanding that is very, very important. Understanding that innovation, new ideas, pivoting, all of these are actually part of the entrepreneurial journey, and it's integral. Okay, it's not about being fixed or steady. Listen to any story of any company that's been around for at least 3 to 4 years. All right, forget the big ones, even the ones that have been around for 3 to 4 years. You will understand that what they started out with and where they are at today, there's definitely some pivoting that goes on over there, due to market conditions, due to their thoughts of their audience, so on and so forth. And if you want to survive, you have to adapt. That is also the rule of the jungle, right? Or evolution. I think it's the rule of evolution. Yeah, one of the two. But basically, it also applies to entrepreneurship as well, all right? Then number 6 is, on this journey, everything is uncertain. Everything is uncertain. There's very, 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 very few things that you can be certain about. And I guess in my mind right now, the only thing that I am certain about is that I trust myself. That's it. That's the only thing that is certain about my journey. And so you've got to be comfortable with uncertainty. That's just how it is. You know, every part of your journey is going to be uncertain. Today your business exists, tomorrow it might not. Today you might be getting clients, tomorrow you might not, and you might not for the next 6 months. You know, I mean, of course, like, knock on wood, that doesn't happen, but that does also do, like, I mean, wow, that was a lot of do's and doesn't in that sense. But what I meant to say is, of course, that can happen as well, right? It's a very, very real possibility. And, you know, today you could have no clients, and then tomorrow you could have a steady flow of 200 clients a month. You never know. Everything is uncertain. There is no fixed map that you can follow and say, all right, if I do A, then B is going to happen. If I do B, then it's going to lead me to C. No, there is no map of the entrepreneurial journey. So get comfortable with uncertainty. And yeah, I know it can make you very unsettled. There are moments where, you know, it does contribute to my anxiety a little bit, and that's why I have systems and processes to help me manage my anxiety. And I've been doing pretty well for the past 2 years about coping with uncertainty and learning how to let go, learning how to be with the flow, learning that it's okay if things are not working right now. That doesn't mean it is my reality tomorrow, or that things could be working well today, but I also have to be mentally prepared that tomorrow is uncertain, okay? So understand that uncertainty is a very, very, very big part of this journey, and you've just got to start getting comfortable with uncertainty, all right? Then we come to our last point, which is number 7. All right, the thing about the entrepreneurial journey, like I mentioned, is it's just filled with pivots. That's the truth. That's how the journey is, right? Netflix didn't start out as what it is today. How did it get there? Pivot, pivot, pivot. What that means is that there was a constant evaluation of the path that they were on, and that's how they were able to pivot. And that is number 7 for you. You've got to be able to constantly evaluate your business, your market, your audience, yourself. Very, very important, because like I go back to the first point, self-awareness is absolutely key on this journey. So make sure that there is a constant evaluation of everything around you periodically. Maybe every week you check in with yourself. Every month you do a complete business evaluation. These are very, very important. And if you haven't started your business yet, what I would say is dedicate some amount of time every single week for you to check in with yourself, for you to evaluate where your life is leading, whether you're heading the right way, whatever strategies and processes and systems and goals that you have for your personal life. Are you getting towards that? What is it that you need to pivot at this moment in time, so on and so forth. Whatever you extend to your entrepreneurship journey is also what you can extend for yourself, all right? So this is something that I want to tell you, and I'm just going to do a quick recap of all the points for you. The first one we talked about is self-motivation and self-awareness. Number 2, we talked about a customer-centric mindset. It's not about you, it's about them. Number 3, we talked about using challenges as opportunities to grow. Number 4, failures are pivoting points. That's it. Failures equals pivoting points. Okay? Number 5, you've got to be adaptable. You've got to go with the flow. The more rigid you are, the more fixed you are, the more chances of you getting wiped out, okay? And then number 6, we talked about getting comfortable with uncertainty. It's a huge part of this journey. Can't really help it, okay? And then number 7, constant and consistent evaluation of your strategies. Even if you don't have a business at this moment, do the same for your own self as well. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for listening all the way up until here. I really hope you liked this episode. If you did, do give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because that tells you every single time I do upload a new video. Other than that, if you want to catch my books, my 2 books are on Amazon. My first book is 0 to 4 Figures, Lessons Learned by a Broke CEO. It's got 61 stories and lessons from the first 3 years of my digital entrepreneurship journey. If you want to be a digital entrepreneur, or if you are a digital entrepreneur, you don't know where to start, or you're feeling stuck, my book is just for you. It's got different topics like business strategy, marketing, mindset, growth mindset, what else? Success mindset, positive mindset, self-love, relationships, so on and so forth. Other than that, my second book is Self-Loved. It is a compilation of 1,000 journal prompts aimed towards healing, growth, and self-discovery. And it's got different topics like inner child healing, trauma healing, manifestation, gratitude, reflection, so on and so forth. Other than that, I have a series of productivity planners, journals, and trackers at the moment of publishing this video. There are 18 of them available on Amazon. Different types, there's like a 1-page project planner, 5-day work week planner, so on and so forth. It's called The Simple Series by The Marketing Nomad. The simplest way to find all of my stuff on Amazon is to search my full name. It is Prithvi Madhukar. It is Prithvi space Madhukar. The minute you search that, you will get an author page for me, and then all of my stuff will just show up. Other than that, if you have any thoughts about this video, you want to share your experience of thinking like an entrepreneur, definitely do leave comments in the comment section below. And other than that, if you have any questions that you'd like me to answer in another video, definitely do that in the comment section below as well. If you want a more personal one-on-one with me, I am available on Instagram. @The Marketing Nomad is my handle. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for listening all the way up until here. I'll catch you in my next one. Bye-bye.